All right, y'all. So this right here is a big moment that everybody's talking about. Okay, I've seen so much chatter about this. I'm going to play the clip here for you. So Maria Bartiromo is speaking to Karoline Leavitt, and Karoline Leavitt is asked a pretty direct question about what the plans are for the war. And, hey, people are worrying across this country. Mothers are worrying. Is my son going to get sent in a fucking draft to fight in this war of choice that was illegal and offensive and waged by the axis of Epstein, Netanyahu, and Trump against this country that wasn't going to attack us and also agreed to the hardest line restrictions on uranium right before they were attacked? People are going, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. And listen to her reaction when she's asked about this draft.
Mothers out there are worried that we're going to have a draft, that they're going to see their sons get in and daughters get involved in this. What do you want to say about the president's plans for troops on the ground? As we know, it's been largely an air campaign up until now.
It has been, and it will continue to be, and President Trump wisely does not remove options off of the table. I know a lot of politicians like to do that quickly, but the president, as commander-in-chief, wants to continue to assess the success of this military operation. It's not part of the current plan right now, but the president, again, wisely keeps his options on the table.
So boots on the ground and a potential draft are options not being taken off the table. This country will not survive that. You would see an exodus from this country, the likes of which we've never fucking seen before, in a scenario where they try to do a draft. Now, I know they're dumb. I know they're incompetent. I don't know if they're that dumb or that incompetent. I really don't. I mean, that would be a level above and beyond, potentially even for these absolute thugs and goons and criminals. Okay? And deep down, they probably know. They probably know. Okay, that's not going to fly. Why? Because, guys, and I was literally talking about this the other day with my mother. Right? Like, in the past, World War II, everybody realized, oh, we got to do this war. We got to do this war. I mean, it's the fucking Nazis. Like, they're the epitome of evil. And so there was a real good reason. If I was alive at the time, I could see myself signing up to go fight that war, thinking of what the Nazis represented, right? So, like, that one, easy. Even when you look at the Iraq War, now, there were a select few people who kind of were able to see through the bullshit all along. But when the Afghanistan war happened, it was like 92% of the country supported it because we were just hit on 9/11. They blamed Al-Qaeda and the Taliban was protecting Al-Qaeda. So there was an argument. There were so many people signed up like, oh, I got to go defend our country. I want to go do that. The Iraq War, 72% of the country supported that. More of a stretch, but a lot of people still believe there was a connection between Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden and that Saddam Hussein was actually a threat to us. People were nervous and scared after the attack on 9/11. They were primed for propaganda and they were propagandized. And so you're talking about a 92% support for Afghanistan, 72% for Iraq. And then here we are today in 2026. And the approval rating of this war, when they launched it, illegally, by the way, because it wasn't approved by Congress at all, was, 34% on average? I've seen polls as low as 27%, and I've seen them as high as like 40%. But the average was like 34% or something like that. So stop and think about that. There's virtually nobody in the entire country that doesn't have some reservations. Nobody is looking at this going, oh, for only Lindsey Graham is the only motherfucker in the world. And fucking Benjamin Netanyahu. They're the only people who have zero reservations about this. Maybe you got the fundamentalist, evangelical, Christian Zionist freaks who think this is going to be a holy war and usher in the rapture and Armageddon and end times, and Jesus is going to come down on a winged horse and bring you to heaven with him personally. Those freaks probably are all on board for this. But outside of that, there's no fucking will for this. Zero will for this. The second they would try to do something like a draft, there would be literally millions of people leaving this country within the next month. Millions of people would be out of this bitch. They would be outie 5,000, y'all. And you know what? Maybe that's what this country needs in order to fucking snap out of it, in order to wake up. Because Trump is such an idiot. I think he, just like Hegseth, feel like, oh, they're like playing a video game. Right? Well, guess what? It's not a video game, bitch. People are actually coming back in fucking body bags. Okay? You're actually bombing elementary school girls. You're actually poisoning a city of 10 million people in Tehran and giving them nuclear winter by Israel bombing the oil refineries. All right? This is completely and utterly out of control. We lost all of our radar systems in the Middle East. All of our radar systems are gonzo. All right? They know what they're doing. They're actually extracting a lot of damage. And now we're in so deep and there is no fucking exit ramp. Like, what is happening? So if they were to do something like a draft, that would be the wake-up call of all wake-up calls. where, you know, it's funny because I have a couple people I talk to in my life who I view as like the bellwether, the barometer for like your average American who doesn't follow politics too closely. One of them is my mom. And now when she talks about Trump, she sounds like me. And never in my life has that been the case, ever. And she doesn't watch the show. She never watched my show. But now she's like, this is terrible. This is horrible. These guys are out of control. These guys are acting like Nazis. That's what she's saying. She's like the ultimate enlightened centrist type. That's what she's saying. Okay? So that's what nobody's going to go, oh, yes, I'm going to go send my fucking 21-year-old son to go die in Iran. Like, not going to happen. Not going to happen. So part of me almost wishes they do the draft so that everything fucking crumbles immediately. Because what we're learning now is we were an empire that was just basically becoming useless, and everything's a scam, everything's a grift. The whole military-industrial complex is just like so the Epstein class could loot the treasury, and like now we're realizing that, oh shit, we don't have nearly as many interceptors as we need. We don't build that many of them that often. They cost millions of dollars. Then you got these $20,000 or $50,000 Iranian drones that are extracting immense damage, right? Like, we're actually getting our shit rocked. Modern warfare, drone warfare is getting our shit rocked. And so they're panicking. They don't know what to do. But now they're not taking a draft off the table. Okay, well, good luck with that. Let me know how that goes. Good luck with that, because that shit is going to not work so fucking aggressively. They're going to be amazed at how this country is a shell of its former self. It's a fucking sad husk of what it used to be. And this is what happens when you have no cohesive story anymore. You have no national purpose anymore. There's not even an attempt to create some sort of national purpose. This is like a deeply nihilistic country. No meaning, no purpose, no greater project we're working on. We're a very atomized and individualistic society. And you think you're going to get these people to fucking sign up to go fight and die in your stupid fucking war of choice? Where again, you illegally and offensively attacked them and they had agreed to your strictest uranium enrichment terms right before they did it? I'm sorry. Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way. Not a chance. But, man, they are way out over their skis. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And that's why Trump is panicking and trying to get the Save America Act passed. Because he knows the only chance him and Republicans have moving forward is to rig elections. Because right now we're talking prime FDR numbers for Democrats at this pace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.